Hi, my name is Samir. I'm going to demonstrate how to configure room devices, conference room devices, for example, Polycom Trio. So take a look, and these are the device. If you walk into the meeting room, and these are Skype enabled device, and you just touch the calendar, and you join the meeting, and that's it, right? So you nothing, no codes to dial. There's no number to no number, no meeting codes. You just join the button, works. Likewise, there's another device I'm going to configure, audio codes IP450 SD, and you can drop these devices into conference room, and it just has calendar integrations. You can see there's a calendar integration there. You can just click on that and join the meeting. So I'll do the live demo and the devices you'll see in a minute. But before we do that, let's configure those users. Okay. So what I'm going to do is create two users. You can have Active Directory replicated users from the on-prem AD to Office 365. In order to do that, you have to have Azure AD Connect server or Dorsing server and stuff like that. ADFS if you need to be. If not, I'm just gonna do a cloud only account at this, for the demo purpose, and for the meeting, mailbox needs to be in Exchange, so you can have Exchange on-prem and hybrid with the with the cloud, or you can have just using Exchange Online. So make sure the Exchange on-prem, then you need to have AWS exposed, and hybrid function is working, stuff like that. So let's go and create a user, and we'll get the ball rolling. So add user. So I'm going to say conference room 1, and username is conf-room1, and password I'm going to create myself, and I'm going to add product license. For the ease of this demo, I'm just going to add E5 and international, domestic calling plan. The reason I'm adding this is those devices are demoing you. Those are the conference room devices. So when user walks in, either they can just click and join meeting button and the meeting joins, or they can able to dial any other number, any domestic or international number based on your preference. You can have domestic only or both domestic and international based on the rooms, exact rooms, or just a generic conference rooms. That will enable those devices for the dialing capabilities. All right, so I'm going to click and add, and that's done, added, and I'm going to add another device, which is going to be for another device. So I'm going to say conference room 2 and room 2, CONFR room 2, and the password, I'm going to create my generic password, and rules, nothing, product license again, I'm going to go E5 and able to make calls. All right, so once this is done, wait for like 2-3 minutes to replicate into AD, and we'll go and configure the Skype for Business site for the meeting and the numbers. Okay, right back. So these two accounts added. So let's go to Skype for Business admin center at the left, and so we will go to the voice tab and make sure voice users, we have those two users listed here. Okay, it hasn't shown. It may take about 10 minutes or so. So just wait for a few minutes and we'll keep refreshing the screen. Great, I see there are two accounts here, so I'm just gonna go ahead and assign a number. Why we need to assign a number? Because those rooms have, these devices will act as a telephone too. So just gonna give a Los Angeles number, and it needs address attached to it. It's save. And this address, you can actually go to emergency locations on the top, and you can just add those addresses and choose those addresses based on the devices where it listed. Okay, so that's fine. Go to conference room 2, and I'm adding another number, and this device is in Los Angeles, but different city inside. So let's select this. It's just giving you number assigning to those accounts. Okay, so there's no fancy thing. It's just an account creation, licensing, adding, and giving those two numbers. So how do we get these two numbers? Go to phone numbers and hit a plus sign and the new user number, and you can acquire a number based on your city. Okay, like or country. So which country you are in, and which state and which city. All right, so you can do that. And to do this, you need a PSTN calling license. If you don't have, you're probably not going to be able to acquire any number. Now, let's once that is done, we're gonna run some PowerShell to enable this. This is right now the user account. This is not a resources account, so you won't see in Outlook as the meeting room locations. Okay, so you'll see as a user. So we need to convert that into room, so that will also do auto accept. So when you send out the meeting invite, those devices that are attached to these accounts will in the mailbox, Exchange mailbox again, will accept the meeting, or if there's a conflict, it will deny the meeting. It will not accept. So let's open the Office 365 PowerShell, and we'll do some magic there. So let's see. Okay, so we're gonna run a few commands here to able to. So you need to run Windows PowerShell. You need to have some prerequisites on your machine. And you need to have global admin rights accounts in your Office 365 tenant, and you need to run the PowerShell in an admin mode. So right click on PowerShell and run as admin. Okay, otherwise you'll have some issues. So now first thing I want to do is set execution policy is unrestricted and say yes, and then there are a series of commands you need to run for Office 365. I'm just going to copy and paste, and it will run automatically. And you see there's an import module connector. Now it needs the Office 365 admin credential. So let's see. Okay. And my admin password. Okay, so that's done. So let's connect it, because we need to do some modification in Exchange side for the mailbox. We need to import, so we need to add Exchange Online in here. So for that, let's add this Exchange Online commands. And I will actually share with you these commands in Notepad after this demo is done. Okay, and now let's do get dash mailbox. We should have those conference room 1 and 2 here. Yep, I see that. Now we need to convert that mailbox to room mailbox, right? So dash mailbox conf room 1. The type is room. So you could do similar command in on-prem Exchange 2010 if you have, or 2013-16. So there's a similar command to convert those user mailbox into the room mailbox or resource. Okay, so that is done. Okay, so that's done. So I'm gonna do there's another room called room 2. All right, and enter. Okay, so both room are converted. Both accounts are converted to the room account, and now I'm gonna change the room mailbox into auto accept of the calendar processing. Okay, so one is in the process. Yeah, this may take about 2-3 minutes to complete, to go through and enable this. And you could do this also on-prem. The command may look a little bit different. You have to do a little research on that, how to convert the user mailbox to the resource room mailbox, and how to do automate processing auto accept in Exchange 2010, 2013, 16, if you have any on-prem. Okay. Okay, so we have configured 2 rooms, and with auto accept for the automate processing is true. And let's wait for a few minutes for replication to occur, and then we'll do some testing. In the meantime, actually we could log into devices and see if the devices can log in. So let me switch my camera here. Hang on one second. So this is a Polycom Trio device that actually going to be used in the conference room, right? What we call the spider fun. And let's configure this device to use a Skype online. First thing what we're going to do is let's make sure the firmware is up to date, right? So let's go ahead and find the IP address If you touch the top button, and you'll see the IP address right here on the top. So what you need to do is type that IP address in the browser, and you can update the firmware. So let me show you how you can do that. So the IP address of my device is 10.15.1.7. So default password is 456. I have not changed it. And you go to utilities, software upgrade, and check for updates. And see right now is I have 552.112.1.7, and I have 553.3.5.1.7. I can install and hit yes and accept, and phone will reboot after the install. So let's wait for that update process. So you see on the top, software update in progress, right? So this is going to take a few minutes, and I'll write back right after the upgrade is done. Okay, so the firmware has been updated to the new version, and now we're going to sign in on the device itself. So click on sign in and select web sign in. Make sure the network cable is PoE, is powering on, and this whatever VLAN is connected to, make sure you have internet access. Okay, so now you go to web sign in. Oops, sign in. I don't know what I touched. Sign in. Oh, there we go. So there's a URL that you need to follow, aka MSS phone. So let's do that. aka.msss phone, and there's a code, and there's a conference room 1 at deltaschool.com, and there is a code. The email address I just typed in, that is the email address that's going to be used. That's a SIP address, not email address, going to be used on the device. So the code is whatever is displayed on the device itself, TYLD, and Polycom Business Certified Phone. Continue. Use another account, conference room 1 at school.com. Next, and the password, and you have been signed in. So wait for a few seconds, and you will see the device is going to be signing in. You can see they're signing in as conference room 1. So just wait for a few minutes. While this is signing in, few things I want to show you. Into your PowerShell, make sure the account that we use, password doesn't expire. Otherwise, the account, the device will be locked out, the password expires, and you have to, set those passwords all the time. If this is an online account, you can do MSOL user, and you can say set -MSOL user, and the user principal name, which is your SIP address, so conferroom1 at school.com, and say password never expires, $true, and that's you need to do for all your conference rooms. Okay, and if you're synchronizing from on-prem, that is your Active Directory policy, and you need to make sure that doesn't expire. So while the device is logging in, let's take a look what's the behavior Outlook looks like. So let me open my Outlook, and this is my Outlook. It's just my account, a user account, and I'm gonna do is create a meeting request for. Let me cancel this. So I have nothing in here. So let's schedule a meeting for tomorrow, this time, and I will say new appointment, 9 a.m. to 10 tomorrow, and I want to invite. So let's say invite who? Rooms, right? See, there's a rooms, or you can say 2, and you can select all rooms, and these are the conference rooms. Why you need to invite? Because those are the devices are attached to it, and also when people start booking rooms into this the resources, and it will accept or deny based on the availability. So you can say required. Most of you guys already have this, except the Skype integration, right? So I'm going to add conference room 1 and inviting that, and I'm also going to invite myself into Microsoft account just to test. I'm testing, and I want to click on Skype meeting. And in the Skype meeting, if you go to meeting options right here, you see who has to wait in the lobby, who is presenter going to be, disable IM, mute all attendees. These are the options you can select, and remember settings. This will be remembered for all ongoing meetings that you are going to schedule. There's nothing to do with the device configuration. Okay. All right, so hit cancel. So I have this meeting scheduled, and for tomorrow I'm going to hit send, and I should receive automatic response saying this meeting has been accepted and some instructions attached into the notes section. So let's wait for a couple of seconds. Okay, so meeting room, the device, the mailbox accepted the meeting, and also add some few notes in here. If you read the note, your meeting is not scheduled. Once you walk into the meeting room, please press the join button on Polycom Trio. Device that is on the conference room table. You do not need to dial number or meeting code. So that's the message it's providing to the end user. So it's pretty much, you can make this message through the PowerShell. So let me show you. So when you create the set calendar processing command, automate processing, at the end you can say add additional response. If it's true, then additional response is whatever the comment you want. That's your response. Okay. All right. So let's wait for the device to come up, and we will do some testing. So while waiting for the devices to come up, there's a firmware upgrade in the process. I also sent the meeting request to conference room 2 and accepted, and look at the note, right? So your meeting is now scheduled. Once you're meeting, walk in the meeting room, please press and join meeting. Join button, Audiocodes 450 phone. It is on conference room table. You do not need a dial number or meeting code. So it makes it easier for users what to do. You can provide a very nice instruction inbuilt into response. Okay. So I'm going to actually show you another device. This is the Audiocodes phone that actually you can use in the conference room too. You can see a nice little screen, right? And I'm going to do is actually I'm going to sign out and log in as this new user that we created. So I'm going to find out the IP address menu, device status and network status. There's the IP. I'm going to use in browser. Okay, and I'm logging in. I think password admin and 1234 is login name and password. And I'm gonna do is click on web page, sign out. There we go, sign in. So now look at the screen on the phone. It says sign in at the right. You can sign in, and the web cloud Office 365. So after that, you get this link, same as a Polycom one, similar, aka MSS phone, and there's the code. So let's go to the browser, aka.ms phone, and we need a code for which account now? Oh, I need to sign out because it's going to use this account. All right, so I need to sign out at aka.ms phone. Let's do give me code is P6YM7EXYT. Okay, Audiocodes. And now asking for what account I want to use. I want to use conference room 2 at mscloud.onmicrosoft.com. Next. All right. Oops, my password. Oh, that's the wrong account. Conference room 2 at deltaitschool.com. Hit next. Okay, you have signed in. So look at the screen and the phone. It will be signing in pretty soon. Signing in. Registering, and it's ready to go. Okay, so conference, if you're in the top, conference room 2, it has its own phone number. People can call this phone. If you're in this device is in conference room, it can pick up the call, you can make the call, you can receive the call, and there's a menu. You go to calendar, you can see your meetings in there. Nothing is displayed, nothing scheduled. So this is so simple, right? Now, let's schedule a meeting and see what happens. Alright, so let me schedule a meeting for conference room 1 and see what is going to look like. So let's switch to my screen and let's schedule a meeting right here. There's a test 5 Skype meeting, and I'm going to add this device easily, and this is from, let's say, 5:15 to 5:30, 5:45, and hit send, and just watch what happens into the device itself. So first we need to get the auto accept. Okay, so we got accepted, right? So this is scheduled. So let's take a look what device looks like right here, right? So there's, you see there's the meetings, dial a number, all right, and receive calls, your contact global address list that you can call into your organization. You can find people. So let's select a meeting, and there is a join button. You see there? So you should just hit the join button, and that's it. It joins the call. It's simple as it is, right? So there's nothing to dial, no code. People walk into the room and they just join the meeting. Simple. Let's take a look at the Audiocodes phone. So no meeting, nothing is there because I have not invited this device into my calendar. So let's open my calendar, and I'm going to create a meeting for 6 p.m. and this is test AC 450, and I'm going to add Skype meeting, and the room would be this room, and okay, so this is AC 50, hit send, see what happens. First we need to get the auto accept. Bingo, there is a AC 450 meeting accepted, and press join button, Audiocodes phone, and you should be able to join, start the meeting. You walk into the meeting room and you actually can start the meeting. So let me switch camera to the phone and let me show you how it works. Okay, so you see the Audiocodes phone has the meeting appeared here, the list. So the way to go is if you go to the menu and your calendar, and all your meetings are displayed, all the scheduled meetings, and you hit the join button, and once you hit the join button, the conference call will begin and it will start. That's it, right? So I'm just gonna hit the cancel for now. So that's how you schedule a meeting and join from the device. And this is a phone, but it can be used as a conference phone, conference room phones. So people can walk in and it's just one touch dial. You can join the meeting. You can actually dial the number and call wherever you want as just a regular phone, or use as a conference room device. So this is very easy for end user to schedule and join the meeting. Any questions, please feel free to let me know. The commands I used in this session, I'm just going to quickly show you what I have done, and let me see if I can make this smaller screen here. So first of all, create 2 accounts, create regular user accounts, assign number. E5 and PSTN calling is required in this, if you want to make the phone device to able to call outside, inbound and outbound, act like a phone. If you don't need, just E5 license is enough. You can configure the room mailbox and accept the meeting online. Accept the meeting is available, the room is available. You walk in one touch dial. These are the PowerShell command. These are commands you need to execute, right? So these are the basic connectivity command to Office 365. The only and this is Exchange Online to connect. And then you need to set once you have a user mailbox is created, you need to convert into the room. And then you need to tell the room, hey, you need to accept the meeting automatically if it's available. And I'm also adding additional response. Oops, where did it go? Additional response is your meeting, it will come into the meeting invite as a response, and whatever response you like to type, it will get back to the user. And then and then what you need to do is make sure that it doesn't expire the account, and make sure you assign those commands. The commands are you see, so the set ms all user. Let me, oops, what happened? Where did it go? You need to make sure the account doesn't expire, and there's a command for that. Let me find out.